Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This reading is for you and the person most on your mind. This is being recorded the second half of July, so a Leo season. Okay, let me see what we have for our lovely Aquariuses. If you're new, welcome guys. To my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back. Well, let's see what we have for you. Okay, so the old bottom of the deck, this is where it started. Very nurturing, very giving. You gave them everything. You could have even been like helping them out with money and things like that. It's like you took care of all of their needs. Let's see, Judgment and the Sun. Sun is the highest card in the deck for love, and Three of Pentacles. So love was not an issue in this relationship. You loved this person immensely. Let's see the old bottom of the deck. I feel like you was very unselfish, and this person might have took advantage of it, not initially, but then I think maybe going into it, people might have started to take advantage of your good nature. Yeah, there it is. They took your kindness for weakness. This resulted in heartbreak here, being left out in the cold, being blocked, and this person running to somebody else. Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Three of Swords there. So yeah, it's like you ended up hurt. It's because they did take your kindness for weakness, and I guess then, what should we say, took the opportunity to hurt you, left you out in the cold when they felt like maybe they've used everything. Five of Pentacles, so it could, let's say, when your money ran out, their love for you ran out. Whatever you was giving them, if you didn't have anything to give them, then their love had run out for you. If you're like, hey, I don't really have time today, they could very well be like, well, I don't want to see you today. Like, you could be like, let's just chill on the sofa and relax and just be with each other's company, and they're like, no, I'm going to do this. It's like they wasn't there for you. If you needed refilling, they wasn't there for you. Prince of Cups here first. So yeah, very loving energy, very giving energy. They could have been chasing you, asking you, come on, be with me, be with me. So really was in love with you in the beginning, as we seen the Sun. So you was holding yourself and had very high standards and things like that, and maybe even rejected them initially. But they was the one pursuing you. High Priestess. So this is what I was talking about you having, high standards, your self-respect in place. Your kindness is not weakness, it is you being a decent human being. You may have even, like I said, rejected them because the High Priestess is stood in front of a gate, so made them work for you as you should. This person could have even been a stalker or something, like really intensely showed how much they wanted you, how much they was attracted, they was pursuing you. King of Cups. You was ready for a full-time commitment here with the King of Cups. You was ready for real love, and this person is insisting that they're offering real love. Maybe your intuition was tweaked here. Like, people think that it's just water signs that have intuitions, but yours is really powerful. It's like top of the game here, your intuition. Even during this time, we've just left Cancer season, so your intuition could have been even peaked more. But I feel that you maybe knew they wasn't up to par, but gave them a shot. So you might have known, hey, they're not even like good enough for me. They may be really handsome and things like that, but they're not really good enough for me, and I really wouldn't usually take this sort of person in, allow that sort of person to cross my boundaries there. But they're saying and presenting that they're offering love, and I'm ready for love. It may have even taken you by surprise, like, okay, I'll give it a shot. There could be an age difference here. with this Prince and King of Cups, because it's like you're showing up as the King of Cups and they're showing up as a Prince of Cups. They're the one pursuing you, taking action towards you in the beginning here. Eight of Wands, messaging all the time, flirting, you know, really doing everything right. Doing everything right, trying to fool your intuition, talking about the future, everything, throwing everything they had at you here to win you over, to block your intuition. You know, this is a person who worked really hard for you. So it's not that they was breadcrumbing you in the beginning. This person really worked hard for you here. Let's get some clarification on that. I feel like they would move mountains for you here. This is positive movement forward. But we see mountains in the background there. Sorry if the light's reflecting on it. But they're like, they would have done anything for you. Anything for you at all. So it's like you let them in. Right, okay. I'll love you. I'll give you a chance. Where I feel like, you know, you might have been wise beyond your years. You've always been called an old soul or something. So this sort of tomfoolery you wouldn't have fallen for before, or, you know, things like that. You stand your ground. This is a person who really knew how to work you. Really knew how to work you. Did the utmost. They were doing the most. Four of Cups here. So discontentment and boredom. I feel like they did the most. The minute they got you, then it's like, I need the next thing. So this is, the four is related to the Emperor. So this is their ego. How they fuel themselves with emotion. I can get somebody to fall in love with me. Once I've done it, you know, I'm bored now because I've achieved what I set out to achieve. So no matter how long they was chasing you, no matter how long they were putting effort into you, the minute they've got you and you're returning that love and returning that kindness and nurturing them that we've seen in the Queen of Pentacles, and giving back to them, and, you know, really wanting to be this strong Queen of Pentacles and lift this person up and elevate them how you're supposed to in a relationship, this person became very quickly bored once you started doing for them. Six of Pentacles, so they started giving to somebody else. They started giving to somebody else there, became very bored, and then, you know, they needed something new to chase here. Because I was wondering why, you know, if they're chasing you, talking about this future together, moving mountains, why then? You know, are we having a problem here? Why is this even in the reading? And it's because they became bored. It's not that you're a boring person, it's that you wanted this grown and sexy relationship. And sometimes, you know, one of the best things to do is sit back and watch a movie and love on your partner. And they, for some reason, didn't want to receive love from you. It's more like, I guess we could describe it as a game playing, that once we've reached that level, okay, I've achieved what I can from this. They're seeing it like my goal was met. I got them to fall in love with me. They overly love me here. It might even start off by something very small. They stop saying I love you. They stop texting you back. So then you're saying, hey, why aren't you texting me? I'm talking to you, or whatever, you know. When was the last time we did anything, or you did anything for me? When you ask them about this, they'll say, oh, you're just complaining. I'm tired of you saying these things, when really it's because they're giving elsewhere. They've dropped the ball on this relationship. They did what it took to get you, but not to keep you. So when you talk to them about this, you know, they say, oh, you're just complaining. It's your fault. It's gaslighting that. You're always complaining and things. And you're questioning here, is it me? But you're unhappy, you're discontented with how they're acting, because your intuition knows they're giving that energy that they used to give to you somewhere else. Yep, Seven of Cups, there's another option that they're now seeing below you. Like, they're looking elsewhere here. Now they want to chase this option until they want to, you know, until they get that person, and then it's on to the next, it's on to the next. But here they should choose wisely, because the divine's seeing what they're doing is, you know, it's time's up for that sort of behavior. They are trying to validate themselves that they are worthy, and this is not the way to go around it, right? You're not supposed to go around collecting other people's broken hearts to validate your worth. That doesn't validate your worth at all. So they find challenges actually staying in romantic relationships. They have no problem getting them, but I think when it actually comes to somebody really seeing their worth, they have a problem with that. The sevens are about challenges here and long-term relationships like marriages. So if you just stayed in a long-term relationship with this person and married them, I feel like, you know, in the beginning it was wonderful, and then throughout the relationship they no longer chased you and no longer kept up with the work that it needed to keep you happy, and you just thought, okay, I'm a good person. I understand that, you know, through marriage and relationships you go through good and bad and thick and thin, sickness and health, and we're supposed to stay here for it. But the minute you started questioning, hey, when are we gonna do something that's for me, you know, these problems would kick off. Oh, you're always doing something for your family or your parents or your children or whatever, but you don't spend any time with me. They would create a problem then. They may even just walk out like, I'm not going to listen to this, and walk out of the relationship. So you probably got used to maybe even keeping those feelings and thoughts to yourself. Until maybe they started chasing somebody else, and then you're like, I stayed with this person who I should have left a long time ago because I knew that they wasn't meeting my standard. I just thought that when we're in this relationship, we're supposed to be there for each other through good and bad. But here, you know, it's really confused you. Like, hey, I thought we're supposed to stay together and deal with each other through these times, but this person had other ideas. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, right? Let's see. 10 of 1, there's the tough getting going. Yeah, I just heard, pack up your shit and go. Yeah, so you're like, go then. So you're realizing that the burden, that the problem was not you, it is them, that this is not acceptable, this is not how relationships are supposed to go through thickness and health, and, you know, it's not only supposed to be one-sided, it's not only supposed to be you carrying the whole relationship. So you're like, yeah, pack up your and go. Yeah, I've had enough. You almost forgot that you are an amazing person. You know, this person, this is what people can do to you if you allow them. And that's very important to accept, that maybe you allowed them to do this when you knew something wasn't right, your intuition told you or whatever, you stuck by them. So you're like, okay, I get it was me, so I'm gonna burn down this castle or whatever and take it to a tower, and I'm going to burn the bridge and rebuild myself. You know, I can do that, and I believe you can, but it's been a lot of burden here that you've carried with you. It's been very difficult to get to that point of yourself again, and that strength of yourself again, because you've been giving everywhere else. Because they took your kindness for weakness, you forgot you were strong. And here you are, like I said, you're back to being you. You're not cold, you're not heartless. You know, this King of Cups mode that you was in, they just switched you back to you. Like, no, I remember you was never good enough for me. I almost forgot. You did a good job there. Well done. Like, slow clapping there. Well done. So I think you're very accountable for your own actions. You're open to communicating with this person, but I think you want to tell them, yeah, you see where I draw the line? I did it. You changed me from this, somebody who's ready to love and giving you love abundantly. Yeah, you reminded me. I'm this BA queen, bad A queen. And I think that during this time you're going to become very empowered, and maybe you want even to cut off everything that, like, it just could be, this could be the thing that snaps and breaks the camel's back, right? Because somebody else might try and throw a wand on that say, hey, carry mine too, and you're like, no, that's it, 10 of wands, that's it, no more carrying this for everybody else, I'm done. So I'm not going to be confused anymore. I'll take this confusion and cut each person out that isn't serving me. I'll just start waving my sword around here. Anybody who's, you know, in the way can just get it here. Interesting. Because we have 4 court cards, so they could have left you for somebody else. Now they're scared that somebody else will have you. So it's like they didn't want you, but then they didn't want somebody else to have you either. So they could have been very manipulative, this person. Like I said, some gaslighting there, right? But yeah, they don't want somebody else to have you. But I think you had your options as well. You just chose to be loyal, and it's something that didn't enter their mind, that you had your options. You just decided to be loyal. And well, quite frankly, now you don't have to be loyal to anybody but yourself, right? And remember that going forward. I think it's strange that a lot of people who do decide to cheat or step outside a relationship think that the other person doesn't have options. The Queen of Swords energy is just loyalty, honesty, clarity, straightforward. Disruption, so the Tower, yeah. I said you're walking up this hill with this 10 of Wands to burn down this tower. What should we call it? Pack up your and go. Because you're like, you abandoned me, love don't live here anymore. Yeah, you're like, doors closed. I'll bring it all down. I'll smash it all down. And, you know, I'll take my time and never let somebody, you know, go past my intuition again. People are going to be checked, vetted, rechecked. And then I'll, you know, invite somebody in, which I think somebody is coming in for you here, Aquarius. I definitely feel like somebody is, yeah, I definitely feel like eventually you'll move on. That door will open. And once you walk through it, you'll never look back. Like I said, you're just like Tower, you know, you'll never go back there. And it taught you a very valuable lesson. And it wasn't you. It was very difficult. But you're getting there and you're positively moving forward. 6 of Swords. Good luck, guys.